the end of the last voyage we were heading toward Marineford to start up the climax of the Summit War saga. Judging by this first voyage of Season 8, the Marineford arc looks like the most epic story arc so far. The Navy is in full force, including the admirals and warlords of the sea, as they clash with the pirate armada of Whitebeard. In other words, more than enough top moments to choose from. Let's have a look. What makes this arc so epic is the amount of players that are on the field. As the Navy expects Whitebeard to show up to save Ace, they have gone all out to prevent that. Not only have they drummed up almost 100,000 soldiers, amongst whom a giant unit and several familiar faces like Smoker and Tachigi, Kobe and Halmepo, Hima, Django and Fullbody. They also have 50 ships and cannons almost as big as a house. To top it off, 5 of the 7 warlords of the sea are present, as well as all 3 admirals. If that doesn't end up in an epic showdown, I don't know what will. And trust me, it won't disappoint. The revelation that Ace is Gold Roger's son is probably the biggest reveal in the dub show up until this point. I always expected Luffy to have somewhat of a family connection to Roger, so Ace being Roger's son somewhat came of left field to me. This doesn't mean I don't like it. It's always good when a show can surprise you. Ace's father was also apparently known by Luffy, as he casually reveals it to his fellow prison escapees, which was really funny to see. At the end of this voyage we pretty much know Ace's entire story, from his birth and connection to Roger, Luffy and Garp, to his eventual career as a pirate, his encounter with Whitebeard and his rise towards Division 2 commander. We even see the full story on Blackbeard's betrayal and Ace his manhunt that would end where he is right now. In the end, Ace's secret answers so many questions that I'm sure it will propel the story further. We just came from the previous voyage where we named Magellan as one of the strongest One Piece characters. In comes Whitebeard to show off his Tremor powers. With his powers he's able to create quakes, and in this instance he creates a tsunami that would have crushed the Marines if Aokiji didn't froze the entire thing. In the last couple of voyages we have seen several extremely powerful characters, each one even stronger than the one before. With the Summit War raging on, it seems like that trend won't disappear either. As for now, it seems like Whitebeard truly earned the title of King of the Pirates. We already covered the first half of what makes this seemingly an epic arc, namely the Marines in full force. The other half concerns the Whitebeard pirates, whom have for the most part been a big mystery up and until now. We know they were feared across all seas, but we had no numbers and few names, but we do now. Obviously there's Whitebeard, whom we covered in the previous top moment, but we also learned more about his division commanders. Apparently there are 14 commanders, with Marco being the commander of the 1st division. He's also known as Marco the Phoenix, a reference to his devil fruit powers, a Zoan type mythical creature Phoenix model, which according to Kizaru is even more powerful than a Logia type. He also seems very powerful as he is holding his own against Kizaru. Tashigi introduces us to the 5th division commander, Flower Sword Fishta, who seems to be swordmaster like Zoro. Next up we see what the 3rd division commander, Diamond Jozu, is made of, as he stops a Hawkeye Mihawk's attack by changing his body into diamond. A parameciac devil fruit by the name of Diamond would be my guess here. A little further we get to know the 13th division commander, Water Buffalo Atmos, for however brief it was, as he quickly gets dispatched by Doflamingo. Atmos doesn't seem to have devil fruit power, but is just big and strong. Bringing in the rear is Commander Jill, the 14th division commander. Not much to say about him except he looks like some priest. So we get introduced to a lot of new characters that I'm sure we'll learn more of as the arc continues. In this vast array of new devil fruit powers we get bombarded with. Few are more impressive than that of Admiral Aikinu. He controls the magma devil fruit power, which, as we can see, is a devastating power, as he destroys a ginormous block of ice and melts a soldier that tried to desert. Just like Kizaru, he seems very ruthless in his actions and has no qualms to take out his own soldiers. Aokiji seems like the odd duck among the 3 admirals, that's for sure. You can't look past this one. It's Ors, well, Ors Jr. to be exact. He is probably one of the biggest surprises this voyage, literally and figuratively. A living descendant of the Ors we encountered during the Thriller Bark saga. Maybe not as big, but as he proved destructing enough for the Marines, as he took down the giant unit with ease. It was touching to see the bond little Ors and Ace share, and Ors doing everything he can to reach Ace, only to be brutally taken down by Doflamingo and Moria. However short it was, Ors will not soon be forgotten. The fun thing about Luffy is that he doesn't give a crap who you are. He'll talk back to anyone who he thinks deserves it. So does he with Whitebeard, as he has the guts to not only talk back to Whitebeard, but also challenge him for the title of King of the Pirates. The shocked faces of everyone on the battlefield is pure gold. This is why Luffy is such a fun character to me. It's like Cody said, Luffy is not stupid, he's just Luffy. With all the players on the board, the Summoned War can finally reach its full potential. I can hardly wait for the next voyage, which arrives on July the 27th. I can't wait to see how this battle twists and turns in the coming episodes. See you for the second voyage of this 8th season.